Assalamualaikum to Sir Rizal. We are from Group 4. We want to present about Malaysia Madani Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. This is our team members. ARIFAH Nur FATIHAH, SALAMIA, MILAH ABDUL HALIM, NURWAFA SYAHIRAH and NABIHAH IZZATI binti Said.
Assalamualaikum and hello to Sir and to all of my other coursemates. My name is NURWAFA SYAHIRAH and I am going to start our presentation with the introduction. Nation building is an ongoing process to strengthen national unity, economic development, and social well-being. Since becoming Malaysia's 10th Prime Minister in November 2022, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim introduced the Malaysia Madani framework as the foundation of his administration. Malaysia Madani is guided by 6 core values, which is sustainability, prosperity, innovation, respect, trust, and compassion. These values aim to create a more inclusive and people-centered nation through better governance, economic growth, and social welfare.
Next, Malaysia Madani was introduced by Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim when he became the 10th Prime Minister. Officially launched on 19 January 2023, it translates as Civilized Malaysia. This framework is not just a slogan, it is a national policy philosophy designed to guide Malaysia through post-pandemic recovery, global economic changes, and local challenges. At its heart, Madani shifts our focus from purely materialistic benchmarks to a people-centered approach where empathy and community well-being are the pillar of governance. Next, 6 core values. The foundation of Madani lies in 6 values. Sustainability, ensuring growth does not harm future generations. Prosperity, focusing on fair wealth distribution. Innovation, driving digital transformation and competitiveness. Respect, strengthening multi-ethnic cohesion. Trust, building confidence in institutions. And compassion, caring for the vulnerable and marginalized. These 6 values form the ethical backbone of Malaysia Madani. Implementation. To put these values into action, the government has introduced structural reforms. The new Industrial Master Plan 2030 drives industrial transformation, while Budi Madani provides targeted fuel subsidy. The rollout of a national digital ID, modernized infrastructure, and Payung Rahmah offers subsidized food, affordable university meals, and cash aid. These measures show that macroeconomic strategies must always be matched with tangible support for ordinary families. Lastly, energy transition and conclusion. A vital part of Madani is the National Energy Transition Roadmap, which expands renewable energy like solar, biomass, and electric vehicles. This reduces carbon dependency, strengthens climate resilience, and creates new green jobs. In conclusion, Malaysia Madani is an ambitious blueprint that bridges macroeconomic ambitions with local welfare. Grounded in 6 ethical values, it moves Malaysia towards a resilient, people-centered future where no community is left behind.
Assalamualaikum sir and everyone. I am Salamia and I will continue the presentation by explaining the activities, efforts, initiatives, and contribution of Malaysia Madani under the leadership of Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Malaysia Madani focuses on 4 key areas, namely economic strengthening, governance reform and anti-corruption, education and human capital development, and international relations. These initiatives were introduced to improve the quality of life of Malaysians while ensuring sustainable development. Firstly, Economic strengthening focuses on improving the country economy and helping people deal with the high cost of living. The government introduced several programs such as Sumbangan Tunai Rahma (STR), Sumbangan Asas Rahma (SARA), and Program Jualan Rahma. STR gave financial aid to people who need help, while SARA helped them buy essential goods. Program Jualan Rahma offers daily necessities at lower prices, making them more affordable for everyone. These programs help reduce the cost of living, increase people's purchasing power, and support low-income families. They also help local businesses and make the economy stronger and more stable. Secondly, governance reform and anti-corruption focus on building a transparent, honest, and responsible government. The government has improved financial management, made the public procurement process more transparent, and strengthened anti-corruption efforts. The government also supports the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, or MAC, in fighting corruption and encourages civil servants to work with honesty and integrity. These efforts help increase public trust, improve government services, reduce corruption, and create a better environment for economic growth and investment.
Some activities and efforts or initiatives or contribution in terms of education and human capital, Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim has implemented the education and civic development, which it helps to enhance the workforce skills, promote digital literacy, and improve employability. In terms of international relations, they are diplomacy and global cooperation, which helps to strengthen the ASEAN cooperation, attract the foreign investment FDI, and expand trade opportunities.
As for the SWOT analysis, one of the main strengths of Malaysia Madani is its people-centered approach, which promotes inclusive development, social justice, and national unity. It also emphasizes transparency, integrity, innovation, and sustainable economic growth to improve public trust and strengthens Malaysia's competitiveness. However, the framework also has several weaknesses. Its broad and abstract concepts can make implementation and evaluation difficult. Public awareness is still limited, and bureaucratic delays or weak coordination among government agencies may reduce its effectiveness. Malaysia Madani creates many opportunities for the country's future. It supports digital transformation, technological innovation, education, skills development, and youth employment. It also strengthens Malaysia's international image through alignment with the Sustainable Development Goals and greater regional cooperation. Despite these opportunities, several challenges remain. Global economic uncertainty, inflation, and political instability may slow policy implementation. In addition, high public expectation and issues related to race and religion could affect public confidence, national unity, and social stability if not managed effectively.
Now, I will present challenges of Malaysia Madani. The first challenge is the rising cost of living. Although the government has introduced financial aid and targeted subsidies, many Malaysian, especially low and middle income groups, are still struggling with inflation and the increasing prices of essential goods. The second challenge is political stability in the unity government. Since the government consists of different political parties with different priorities, disagreements may slow down decision-making and delay the implementations of policies. The third challenge is restoring public trust. Due to previous political instability and corruption issues, many people still have doubts about the governments. They expect greater transparency and faster reforms to rebuild confidence. The fourth challenge is bureaucracy and implementation delays. Poor coordinations between government agency and slow administrative processes can delay development projects and reduce the effectiveness of government policies. Finally, the fifth challenge is ensuring inclusive economic growth. The government must make sure that economic development benefits everyone, especially low-income groups and rural communities, while reducing the gap between the rich and the poor. In conclusion, overcoming these challenges is important to ensure that Malaysia Madani achieve its goals of sustainable development, good governance, and a better quality of life for all Malaysians. That's all from me. I will pass it to the next presenter. Thank you.
Under Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim's leadership, Malaysia has achieved significant progress in nation building through the Malaysia Madani Framework. The framework promotes an inclusive, progressive, and sustainable society based on 6 core values, which is sustainability, prosperity, innovation, respect, trust, and compassion. Another important achievement is economic development. The government introduced economic reforms and investment-friendly policies to attract foreign investment, create more job opportunities, and strengthen Malaysia's competitiveness. Social welfare programs were also expanded to provide better support for lower-income communities. In addition, Anwar Ibrahim has focused on improving governance by strengthening transparency, accountability, and anti-corruption efforts. His administration has also invested in education, digitalization, and human capital development to prepare Malaysians for future challenges. At the international level, Malaysia has strengthened its diplomatic relations and attracted greater foreign investment, enhancing the country's reputation and supporting long-term sustainable development.
Now I will continue to explain about the impacts of Malaysia Madani. Overall, Malaysia Madani brings positive changes and benefits to all Malaysians. First, it improves the well-being of the people. Through financial aid and targeted subsidies, the government helps low-income groups reduce their living costs and improve their quality of life. Second, Malaysia Madani promotes stronger national unity. It encourages respect, inclusiveness, and harmony among people from different backgrounds, creating a more united society. Third, it supports youth and human capital development. By improving education, skill training, and innovations, young people are better prepared for future employment and can contribute to the country's development. Fourth, Malaysia Madani strengthens the economy. Better governance and transparency help attract more investments, encourages business activities, and creates a stronger and more competitive economy. Finally, it increases public trust in the government. By improving accountability and reducing corruptions, people gain greater confidence in government institutions. In conclusion, Malaysia Madani aims to improve the quality of life, strengthen national unity, develop future talent, support economic growth, and build public trust for a more sustainable Malaysia.
Next, recommendation. Malaysia Madani, introduced by Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, is more than just a policy framework. It is a vision for balanced progress, rooted in values, sustainability, and inclusivity. The idea is to move beyond measuring success only in GDP numbers and instead focus on how well society upholds human dignity, justice, and compassion. Madani blends traditions with modernity, ensuring Malaysia's cultural identity remains strong while embracing technological advancement. Next, economic reforms. One of the key recommendations under Madani is the restructuring of subsidy through Budi Madani instead of blanket subsidy that often benefit the wealthy. Targeted assistance in directed to vulnerable groups. For example, fuel subsidies are limited to essential sectors, while cash aid is provided to households most affected by rising costs. This approach reduces leakage, curbs smuggling, and ensures fairness in resource distribution, reflecting Anwar's commitment to fiscal responsibility while protecting the rakyat. Next, governance and integrity. Another pillar of Madani is the fight against corruption and the push for transparent governance. Under Anwar's leadership, anti-corruption reforms have seen stronger enforcement actions, even against high-ranking officials. This is crucial for restoring Malaysian credibility after scandals like 1MDB. By embedding accountability into institutions, Madani seeks to create a political culture where integrity is non-negotiable. This reduces investor and strengthen Malaysia's position in the global economy. Lastly, human-centered development. Finally, Madani placed strong emphasis on human-centered development, particularly in education and technology. Reforms in higher education aim to produce graduates who are not only skilled in digital innovation and AI but also grounded in ethical values. The framework envisions Malaysia as a nation that thrives on sustainability, digital transformation, and energy transition, while ensuring no community is left behind. This balance between modern progress and moral foundation make Madani distinctive, both a roadmap for economic resilience and a vision for a compassionate society.
Now, let us talk about the analyzing leadership style or theory. So maybe some of us know that Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim leadership style is actually tend to a hybrid of transformational and authentic leadership. So their core framework is operationalized through Malaysia Madani, which contains 6 pillars, where are sustainability, prosperity, innovation, respect, trust, and compassion. So there are 3 key traits that shows that Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim is using a hybrid of transformational and authentic leadership, where he's a very visionary and reform-oriented, which is transformational. He is also high integrity, empathy, and moral accountability, which is very authentic. He also emphasizes inclusive governance and social justice. So some evidence base that prove there are these types of leadership, which is from the speech analysis, it shows the narratives of openness, resilience, and representing the rakyat. There are also Madani values which aligns with Islamic principle like Adil, Ihsan, Hikmah, and a little bit of Western leadership models. So there are also a very strategic soft power diplomacy which involve the country of Palestine, Rohingya, and multiracial identity. But we are talking about the leadership style with the proof, but there's still some challenges while he implement all using the leadership style, which are there are coalition politics and divided landscape. There are also an economic constraint, which our country is a very slow growth and has a less than 1 trillion debt. And then there are also challenges to balance the reform agenda with political realities. So that's all from me. I will proceed the last slide of conclusion with MILAH. Thank you.
In conclusion, Malaysia Madani is a national framework introduced by Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim to create a better future for Malaysia. It is guided by 6 core values, which are sustainability, prosperity, innovations, respect, trust, and compassion. The framework aims to strengthen the economy, improve governance, and enhance the well-being of Malaysians. It also focuses on reducing inequality and promoting inclusive and sustainable development. However, the success of Malaysia Madani depends on cooperations between the government, private sector, and the community. Overall, Malaysia Madani aims to build a united, prosperous, and sustainable Malaysia for future generations. That's all from me and us. Thank you very much for listening.